his holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. I'll sing like never before. Oh, my soul, I worship his holy name. Come on, sing it. Bless the Lord, bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. I'll sing like never before, never before. Oh, my soul, I will worship his holy name. Holy name. Say it again. Bless the Lord, bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. Sing like never before, sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. Say it again. I will bless the Lord, bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, yeah, worship his holy name. Sing like never before. I will sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. Can we do it one more time? Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. We will worship your holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. We'll worship your holy name. Sing like never before. Every day of my life I'll sing to you. I worship his holy name. soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. Lift your voice. My soul bless the name of the Lord. My soul bless the Lord. My soul bless the Lord. Let your soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Bless the Lord. Hey, my soul bless the Lord. Let your soul bless the Lord. Let your spirit bless the Lord. Let your whole being bless the Lord. My soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continuously be in my mouth. Bless the Lord. Say it again. My soul bless the Lord. My soul bless the Lord. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not his benefits. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Yeah, my soul bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. Oh, my spirit magnify him. Oh, my soul bless the Lord. Yeah. Lift your voice. He's good. He's been good. 'Cause he's been good. My Lord has been good. For the Lord is good, and his mercy endures forever. He's been good. So good. Oh, my soul. Come on and bless the Lord. Come on and praise his name. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, bless the Lord. Yeah. Lift your voice, say it again. He's been good. He's so, so good. The Lord has been good. So good. He's been good. So good. Oh, my soul. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Bless the Lord, oh my spirit. Bless the Lord, oh my being. Bless the Lord. Hey. Oh, my soul, bless the Lord. Let your spirit bless him. Let your whole being bless him. I will bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, bless him. Oh, my spirit, magnify your maker. Oh, bless you. Yeah. Oh, I will bless the Lord. him, bless him, bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul. Bless the Lord. Say it again, yeah. Oh, I will bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Yeah. That is within me. That is within me. My soul. Bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul. Oh, my soul, bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. So bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord. Oh, my soul. Bless Can we dance? Can we dance? Can we dance? Put your hands together. Come on, wherever you are. Yeah. Blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the ancients of days. From every nation, all of creation, bow before the ancients of days. Blessing and honor, come on. Blessing and honor, glory and power be unto the ancients of days. From every nation, all of creation, Lord, we bow. Lift your voice, sing it. See every tongue in heaven and earth shall declare your glory. Every knee shall bow at your throne. In worship, you'll be exalted, O God. And your kingdom shall not pass. Oh, ancients of nations, every tongue. Hey, every knee shall bow. Yeah, in worship.
Good morning.
And welcome to your favorite Sunday morning TV show, Sunday Breakfast, we call it, right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan.
And I am Ino Safo. Find me across all social media platforms, Ino_S, and Jude's handle
At Mensa Duncan. And what a way to start a show. Pa Kwesi Tremantin, who is with the Royal House Chapel, helping us this morning to give praise and adoration. Indeed, there's no God like Jehovah. How have you been?
I've been good. I've been good. Yesterday we were trolling Arsenal and they were like, oh, this is not their first rodeo. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they're still Premier League champions.
Exactly. I mean, you have
Is
one
that why
cup.
you're wearing their colors?
Please, this is not an Arsenal color. This is pink.
Oh, really?
Arsenal is red.
Oh, sorry.
You need my glasses?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Just making sure. Where do you watch the game?
I was home, you know.
Oh,
I
really?
intended on going out actually, but it began to rain.
Oh.
And I was like, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth
Might
it.
as well just stay home and watch it.
You know. And
That's
I had a good time, you know. To be fair, for most part, I was on the call with a couple of friends. You know, I had a group chat with my friends, and we were on watching the game. So
Who did you tip to win?
I wanted Arsenal to win.
So that it would be a double celebration.
Yeah, you know, because I also think they deserve it, you know. But hey, I mean,
Better luck next time. I always say
Absolutely.
penalties is such a terrible deciding factor when it comes to soccer because
yeah, and
it
you
could
know,
go any direction.
see, I don't even fault Arsenal, right? They've played close to 64 games this season, or maybe a few games short. You know, they actively competed in all the 4 trophies they were in this season. Now, there's the catch. You get tired. Players get injured. There's a World Cup to play in days, you know, and they are also watching that because they want to compete for their nation and win,
Yeah.
right? So the tense nature of the game, the high adrenaline, it wears you out. And I wasn't surprised. All of the key players or the big name players were substituted during the extra time. Dembele went off, Kvaratskhelia went off, Saka went off, who else? Trossard went off.
Yeah.
You know, Havertz went off, who scored a really wonderful goal. So, you know, now it's your bench that counts. And if your bench is not really good at kicking the ball in the 18-yard box during a penalty shootout, then you're in trouble. So, we wish them well. They won the Premier League, which is still a big deal.
There's always next season.
Yeah. It's the last day of the month.
Yeah, our month.
Yeah.
The best month in the whole
Absolutely.
year.
Absolutely.
And
you know.
it has come to an end. That doesn't mean that my birthday has ended though.
No, it has ended by you. No problem. It has ended.
Please,
I mean, we
I will
allowed you to
continue.
celebrate it a whole month.
Eh.
You can't enter somebody's month and celebrate your birthday.
But
Why
who says
do
the
that?
month belongs to anybody?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So if the birthday presents you haven't seen me yet, I'm still accepting. Thank you very much.
What are you grateful?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
You know, I don't know. I want to hear from you first. You know,
What am I grateful for? First, life. Obviously, God has been good, especially this month. He has really, really shown me love. This month, I have felt the love.
have you
both from God
replicated the love
and yes,
to who?
a lot of people.
Like who?
A lot of people.
Like who?
Why would the Bible says if you give,
The Bible says what?
you don't let the left see.
No,
it.
the
So
Bible,
please,
the Bible says
I
what?
have shown love.
What
It's
the
not
Bible-
here that I'm coming to announce it for the whole world
What did
to
the Bible
see.
say about love showing?
No, I'm saying if you give with your right, you shouldn't let the left see.
That's what the Bible says.
Yes, and
Where-
so
where
I
in the-
am
where in
not.
the Bible?
I am not going to mention name. Take off the box. Also, I showed love to A. I showed love to
Oh
B.
no, I'm not
no.
even saying that you should mention this, but yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
You said who? Who and until that you want a name or you want an admission of who I helped.
Or the kind of love you showed.
The kind of even that
Was
I
it in
won't
kind?
say.
Was it in cash?
Both.
Was it in care? Was it
in various
affection?
forms. In various forms. In various forms.
Sounds interesting.
Yes. So I have felt the love. I have given the love right back.
But it be on so. I don't need some.
But you,
Don't-
do you want us to start?
I can start.
Do you want us to start?
I can start.
What have I been asking you? And you say no.
Continue.
Thank you very much. So yes, I'm also grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for the friends that, you know, I've had friends from I think nursery school, and we're still pretty close. We meet up once in a while. I mean, sometimes life gets in the way, but we try and meet up once in a while. They've been amazing friends. I met new people. I got new opportunities, and there's more to come. I can bet you. I think I'm just grateful because it's been good. May has been a good month. Yeah, and I foresee the rest of the year
Getting
following
better.
suit. What are you grateful for?
You know, when it's the end of the month, it's almost like halfway through the year. So you want to pause and take stock of all the things that have happened, your new year goals as to whether you were able to achieve them, and all of that. So, yeah, at the start of June, you want to just look back and, appreciate how far you've come. Indeed, it's said that those who don't try to appreciate where they are coming from, it's very difficult to forge ahead. Yeah, so you need to take stock. And in taking stock, I'm really grateful to God, because indeed He is the giver of life, And sometimes I hear people say, oh, this thing that happened to me, it happened to somebody and the person died. Or maybe I was in this situation and, sometimes I just want to say this very briefly that our gratitude to God is not or should not be in place of somebody else's misfortune. Whether or not you survived it, God is still great. And as Christians, we believe that it is not, God didn't promise us that it will be an easy journey or an easy road, but the fact that when it gets tough, He's with us. So in all of it, I'm really grateful to God, grateful to family, for friends, like you rightly said, and of course, for where I work, because I think about it very critically, and I'm like, a lot of the things we are able to do, is because we have a good job, so I'm grateful for leadership here as well. And, I was thinking that maybe bring all of us Melbournes together and do something for us, just because of,
Because we're a lot.
Yeah, and, because of, we are special people.
Of course.
I don't know about the other months,
But me is
that's
certainly
fine.
special.
That's fine. Because we are quite a number here. But I'm just grateful that halfway through the year, God has been really good, and for the gifts of life, very importantly. So yeah.
We have 10,000 reasons to be thanking God, don't we?
No, my own be 20 billion. My reasons, 20 billion reasons.
And so since we have 10,000 reasons to be thanking God, we also have a song by Leslie Monza on that score. Enjoy.
Wow.
Definitely have 10,000 reasons
Indeed.
to praise His name. Yeah. Powerful song.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. Leslie Monza. Is it out? Can we
Yeah, it's
stream?
streaming YouTube as far as I'm concerned. So yep.
So just search Leslie
Leslie
Monza,
Monza.
10,000 Reasons.
10,000
Are there other
Reasons.
songs out there?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of other songs. So go on YouTube, search it, follow it, subscribe. Hey, YouTube, you don't follow, you subscribe, right?
You follow. You actually can follow.
You can follow. And then you can turn on the notification bell so
Yeah.
that when he uploads a new song, you can listen to that as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
10,000 reasons.
Leslie Monza. It'll be easy. All right. So
Great song.
a lot is still happening, right? Tomorrow is the 1st of June. And what that means is that the City Business Festival kicks in. A month-long, specially curated, exciting content for all our lovely viewers and listeners of City FM and Channel One TV. Now, what is this about? This is just a platform to help your business thrive, essentially. So whether you're in the agribusiness, whether you're in the automotive space, whether you're into fintech, whether you're into the built environment, whatever you do that brings you some form of revenue, we have conversations during this period to help your business thrive. And that is exactly what the City Business Festival is about. So we're doing on-air series, right, on City FM and on Channel One TV, where we select very specific topics to help you grow your business, right? So it will be happening on City and on Channel One TV. There's also the Auto Expo that will be taking place on the 19th of June, right? And this is in collaboration with Zonda Tech Ghana Limited. It promises to be fun. We'll be learning all you need to know about the automotive industry, you know, and as it pertains to all of the new cars flooding our market, you know, the financing options available and how you can be a part of it. So that is also something you should be looking out for on the 19th of June. And of course, we have the big management boot camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happening on the latter part, I think 20-something. 20.
Yeah, it will be happening
Yeah.
in the month of
In
June.
the month of June.
Definitely. You know,
We'll
so this is
benefit,
for
yes.
managers, senior managers, you know, who will be camped at a particular location, I think the Platinum
few
Bay,
days.
for some days, and they'll be taken through very important business leadership, you know, programs and courses, right? So it keeps them more informed and it helps them make the right decision for their businesses. So
Yeah.
it's power packed,
Power
right? And there's always that big forum that happens, right?
Yes.
Where we bring different business leaders, you know, organization heads to come and, you know, just talk about the general business conditions here in the country, you know, also look at issues around the micro and the macroeconomic indicators and what it means for businesses. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, we did one, it wasn't really business, it was more on the economy quite recently, the economic forum.
Yes, I think it was March.
Yeah, it was in March
Yeah,
where we
a
had the
quarter.
market Queen Mother. We had friends from, I think, the finance
The
ministry,
finance
to
ministry,
Champon was here.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
also Guta on the program. And I think there was one more group, you know, the business
The
chamber,
business chamber.
the business and commerce chamber. So, you know, and it was really insightful, right? But that focused on the economy. But this time around,
one.
we'll focus on how businesses can thrive, right?
Exactly.
Taking advantage of all the various opportunities within the Ghanaian economy. So it promises to be very fun.
And starting tomorrow, which is 1st June, the On Air series starts. Starting right, Business Registration and Compliance, Part 1. And Franco Pokudakun is Assistant Chief Company Inspector, Office of the Register of Companies. He will be the one leading that charge. It will be aired 9 a.m. on City 97.3 and 11 a.m. on Channel 1 TV. Proudly sponsored by APSA, MTN, Zonda, and Petra Trust.
Yeah. So basically, how to start your business with the right process.
Exactly.
You know, this is no middleman, can Goro boys, can it be Charlie? For watch the show, understand the process, and just go by. Because so many people have like great ideas, right? Some people are already doing the business, but the problem is that they don't, or they haven't registered it appropriately.
Yeah.
So maybe now there's some big contracts coming, and the requirement is that you need to provide certain registration
Documents and
licenses,
stuff,
documents. Then now you're found wanting. Now contracts now found who say. You know, then the sad thing is that we're going to give the contract to some other companies that formed overnight, but have gone through the process. You know.
Exactly.
Charlie, let's do the
Let's
thing
do
right.
the right thing.
Yeah.
So tune in at 9 a.m. on 97.3 City FM and at 11 a.m. on Channel 1 TV for Starting Right, Business Registration and Compliance, Part 1.
Yeah, and it'll be by Franco Droda, who's an Assistant Chief Company Inspector, Office of the Registrar of Companies.
Right.
Super.
All right. The Blanksons is a drama series that airs here on Channel 1 TV every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. with repeats on Fridays at 11:30 a.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m., Sundays at 4:30 p.m., Tuesdays at 3 p.m., Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. So the repeats happen throughout the week, so you have no excuse to miss it. It's also proudly sponsored by Nasco Electronics, Lizzie Shito Hot Pepper Sauce, Alts Multi-Purpose Insecticide Spray, Everpack, and Lele.
The Blanksons. You should do one on the Sappho's. You know, this gives me like I haven't watched a few episodes. It gives me a feel of a household that's like middle level income, like or upper level income. You know, within that bracket. You know, we should do one on like the Sappho's. No, but Sappho's cry people here higher level. But, the Safos I know, they are all high level people. They have money. You should do money like, like there are some communities you enter, that challenge. It's not easy. Back in Accra Academy, when we had like free exits, there were days where everybody could just go out and go and get anything you wanted and stuff like that.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's rare, but it happened.
Yeah,
it was rare, but it happened. Maybe there's a big occasion happening in the school the day before or something, right? The gates were really loosed. So it's not like loose, but it was actually like you just need permission to go out.
Okay.
And you can actually go out and go and get something at the market or go and get this here or go and get this here.
Yeah. Interesting concept that never existed in St. Louis.
We are disciplined. That's why
we
didn't abuse it.
You'll never get it in
Louis. We didn't abuse it.
I think it's a female school thing.
Pretty much. Where they are more guarded. They are more properly looked after. And the point is that so the school is in Bubuashi.
Bubuashi.
Yeah, Bubuashi. Part of it is in Kaneshi.
Right.
So when the exit is out like that, Charlie, boys will want to enter certain places. There's a video center somewhere, and like the Bubuashi community is so interesting. It's so interesting because you can pass some places that you end up in somebody's kitchen, just like that.
How?
You're walking by the road, you just take a turn or you did somebody in kitchen inside. So I want to see how life is in people who grew up in such communities. So maybe we can do a show on that.
So you're asking management to sanction another show?
No, you have to play a role. You didn't experience it, but I'm sure you have the acting skills to bring it out.
Right.
I think you'll be a good cast. So you have to consider it.
Yes, boss.
I do this.
You're my manager, right? So yes, boss.
So yeah, the Blank Sis is airing. It's fun. It's exciting. It's really, really exciting. And you don't want to miss out on it. Every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. The showing times or the repeat times all across the week. All you need to know is just look out for it. Right. And what else is happening?
That's basically it. I think it's time to delve into our news portals. I'm on channel1newsonline.com, and the big story: sees premature presidential campaigns. NDC Council of Elders say so. 7 arrested over 3 stolen vehicles. LGBTQ persons need support, not harm. That's according to the Catholic bishops. Accra's low-lying terrain worsens flooding risk. Kosi Daily. Anti-LGBTQ bill, Ghana capable of managing international reaction, Dr. Mriku. Akufo-Addo had no business rejecting previous anti-LGBTQ bill, according to the Kotia MP. Enforced planning laws or flooding will persist. Kosidede is warning assemblies. And Bafo anti-LGBTQ plus bill faces constitutional challenge over quorum. Ebola, no mass gathering without hand-washing facility, the health minister has announced. And I'm constantly criticized. My name is mentioned every second. Kaito Kreku says so. And those are some of the stories on channel1newsonline.com. Jude?
All right. Big story here on citynewsroom.com. Anti-LGBTQ bill. Mahama won't play games with Ghanaians. That's from the Akwetia Member of Parliament, Bernard Bediako, who was on the big issue yesterday with Umaru Sanda. Moving on, Mahama arrives in London for high-level working visit. 20% transport fare hike reasonable. That's from COPEC. Also here, police sees 14 ammunition boxes at a Apam Snap checkpoint. Don't block 20% transport fare hike. Cuts international to government. Focus on governance. Stop premature presidential campaigns. NDC Council of Elders. Now, if you read the statement, it's really interesting because the way they mention, they are specific. So, mobilizations, gatherings, or any program that seeks to suggest that you are campaigning. We all know.
You know.
Moving on, prison service investigates inmates over Abamba Queen Mother killing. Also here, enforcing planning laws strictly to curb flooding in Accra. Or enforce planning laws strictly to curb flooding in Accra. That's from Engineer Abdullahi Mahama. And fire outbreak halts operation at Bosheba FM. And finally here, police arrest 7 suspects, recover 3 stolen vehicles.
All right, I'm on graphiconline.com. Some of the stories you'll find on graphiconline.com. Champions League Arsenal heartbreak as PSG win shootout. Other stories you'll find on Graphic. Prison service probes alleged role of Ankafu convict in Abamba Queen mother's murder. Flood victims assess impact on property. Ghana Water insists assemblies must do more. In Apam, police impound Voxy vehicle loaded with arms and ammunition without authority. Build African business giants for sustainable economic transformation, Alex Dade advocates. And vehicle theft, 7 suspects arrested in Eastern region. 600 more Ghanaians register for evacuation from South Africa, according to Ablakwa. Ebola Health Minister Akando assesses screening protocols at airport. Ahead of Global IUU Day, Ghana urged to intensify fight against illegal fishing. And Elmina residents welcome restoration of GN Bank license. And World Environment Day, nature under siege in the name of survival. Those are some of the stories on graphiconline.com. Jude?
Yes, and I want to take you to GhanaNewsAgency.com. They have the story on dignitaries who've gathered yesterday in the Ashanti region for the funeral of the Ghana Gold Board CEO Sami Jemfi. Also here they have a story on flooding in Accra and calls for demolition on waterways. Moving on to some other story. Muslim leader calls for collective efforts to stem galamsey around Tano River, and Parliament passes anti-gay bill 2025. And some other stories still on GhanaNewsAgency.com. Minority, they say exemptions to anti-LGBTQ bill not fit for purpose. Now, Ghana National Fire Service warns of economic disaster if safety lapses occur at Bone Power Enclave. Yeah, I know these are the big stories. There's a story around Liverpool sacking their coach. I beg your pardon. Liverpool haven't won anything. Yes. They haven't won anything.
Please, okay.
They've only sacked their coach.
Chelsea too haven't won anything.
Unfairly sacking their coach.
Your coach.
Do you know who the current Club World Cup champions are? Thank you.
Whatever.
Sacking a coach who has won the league for you.
Whatever.
Your club, they have no shame. Anyway. All right, so these are the big stories. I don't know. I'll just bring you excerpts of
which one?
The flooding story.
Okay,
right?
But before you do that, let me go quickly through BBC. Hundreds arrested in France after wild Champions League celebrations. PSG beat Arsenal in shootout to retain Champions League. No one feels safe now. Residents of Romanian city hit by drone share fears. Ebola spread in DR Congo, deeply alarming, MSF warns, and it's like a decaying body. Australian farmers battle mouse plague. All right, Jude, you can bring us that story.
So, enforce planning laws strictly to curb flooding in Accra by Engineer Abdullahi Mahama. Excerpts of the story reads, a road and building consultant, Engineer Abdullahi Mahama, has called on the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Linda Oklu, and other regional authorities to take firm and uncompromising action against illegal development, warning that weak enforcement of planning laws is worsening flooding and urban disorder in Accra. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's Big Issue on Saturday, May 30, he said inconsistencies in land use planning and rezoning practices were undermining orderly urban development and contributing to unregulated construction across the capital. According to him, although planning schemes are typically designed to cover long-term development periods, sometimes up to 20 years at the national level and 5 years at the local level, implementation on the ground often deviates from these frameworks. He explained that in some instances, small-scale rezoning decisions are made for just a few plots rather than for properly structured zones. A practice, he said, distorts planning intentions and weakens development control. Mr. Mahama warned that without strict enforcement and coordinated action by planning authorities, informal development will continue to undermine drainage systems, urban order, and efforts to manage Accra's flooding. You know, yesterday we were talking about the flooding in Weija specifically, but the point is that now with every rain that comes, whether it was a downpour, a drizzle, or it was...
I think a drizzle is a bit of a stretch.
Oh, I know, shower, like showers of blessing. I promise you some parts of Accra will flood. If it continues for some time.
Yeah.
You know, so the point is that the capital's resilience to flood has dwindled, right? And we saw it dwindle over time, but it has completely gotten to a comatose level.
Yes.
So, oh yes. So right now, it's serious. It
is serious.
It takes like 10 minutes of rain, of intense rain to get Accra flood. It didn't used to be the case, right? And the point also is areas that ordinarily didn't flood are now flooded. So you can imagine what the situation is really like. And the truth is that, I don't know if you've been observing, but if you follow the weather pattern, it barely rains for like 30 minutes continuous or even 20 minutes. It's really like short
bursts of
exactly, you know, but the place still flat. I've seen people say, could it be the numerous ongoing road construction projects across the country? You know, because...
But Accra used to flood regardless of the construction
happening. But the point is that now it's too intense. Like, with every little rain,
because people have become more bolder, throwing things about, building where they're not supposed to be building. We're not planning Accra. We're just building.
Yeah, right. And that is what Engineer Mahama is saying, that there are laws, let the laws by, you know, and the Greater Accra Regional Minister, right? I've heard people say that she needs to set up. You know, she needs to be up and doing. Yeah. And I've heard people also use the opportunity to berate Parliament for their decision not to vet her, because it would have given the public an idea of
a sense of what she wanted to do,
what her plans are, her priorities are, her understanding of Accra's problem. Because see, Accra is Ghana's capital, you know, but there are concerns that we may not be a modern city, you know, and it's because of a general lack of action. You know, look at, for example, the areas in areas like airport. No, was it airport that got flooded? Jolu. You know, it's an old residential estate, but I've heard some people say, lecturers at Legon's geography department make the point that these were areas that were supposed to be, the name of the place even suggests a valley, right? So yes, if you check the meaning of the name. So these are areas where largely for farming, right? And guess what?
We turned it into
a residential area. And it's like when we're even building the houses, we're not planning for like proper open drains and all of that. So, and now if you go back to look at the Garrett project, which is like creating drains.
Garrett is still...
No, it's still there.
They're still creating drains.
No, they are building. They are in the building phases for most of them, right? And if you go to Kaneshie, for example, they have constructed a couple of drains.
Get flooded, so
that's what I'm saying.
So where do they construct those drains in Kaneshie? So I want to understand how their project is helping mitigate the flooding situation that we're facing now, because, like you said, places which used to
flood.
Yes, exactly. Are now flooding.
So that, you know, earlier I said that could it be the numerous ongoing projects? And it's a question. It's not a statement.
A statement.
You know, because I've heard people asking, and I'm referring to experts, not just ordinary voices, right? But the truth is that for Kaneshie, for example, Hydronomics is a construction company. They are part of the Garrett project. And they are on the grounds constructing drains. The last time the minister went, he said he was pleased. In fact,
with the speed of work.
Exactly.
Right.
So could it be that, with construction, a few things are blocked here and there, So I don't know. But generally, I think we all agree that our lack of planning, building on waterways, the level of filth, our sanitation, sanitation and flooding go hand in hand.
Hand
in
in
fact, they are
hand.
the same. It's literally wash.
Hand in hand.
So water, sanitation, hygiene, all of it are the same. If your sanitation is poor, you are likely to experience a lot more of these flooding issues, right? So I think that, see, our assemblies, number one, and I can't overemphasize this point. Like, they are so complicit in this because we give them so much money, we give them so much resources, but their performance is almost always underwhelming. I mean, not for all of them, but for quite a number of the assemblies, right? Maybe it could be a capacity problem, right? And that is where the executive have a problem, because when they come, they appoint party people with zero expertise on urban planning into these spaces, and now they are the ones supposed to make it. Doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work.
Right? And there's a government agency called LUSPA, Land Use and Spatial Planning.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I heard any official from LUSPA whatsoever. And mind you, I work in a newsroom.
Say something.
You can push back and say, oh, but why are you not calling them? If you call Sef Charlie,
But does it still function?
LUSPA,
Yeah.
they are taking salaries, so I guess. Yeah, salary, you should be functioning. Unless they tell us that they reject the salaries that come to them.
I'm sure they take it.
Exactly. So, LUSPA, see, people are complaining about rent. You might say it's cosmetic or whatever. But we saw the rent commissioner. He
in
go
arms
out,
and
he
fighting.
fire.
Yeah.
So
he's working.
you have to be seen to be working. And this is not proper. We can't live like this. This can't be the life.
If you want to rent, in Accra, rent, check the place during the rainy season and see if you're going to be affected. Because imagine.
This can't be the life. This can't be the life.
So after it rains, you have to clean up. How are you even gonna get the water out of the house? We probably have to rent the 12,600 per year.
Just can't be. I mean, my biggest fear when it rains, like electricity, like you can easily even get electrocuted. So, see, we need some serious level. And my other problem, government brought about a government task force on flooding. Since they sat in helicopters touring parts of the country,
we haven't heard
from them again. I really want to believe that
they are strategizing. It takes a lot of work.
Oh, I know.
Being the devil's advocate here.
So please, I think all hands on deck. We shouldn't get to a crisis. I think we are even at a crisis situation. We shouldn't get to a level where the city collapses, because that would be very catastrophic. So please, let's work towards fixing this problem. I've heard people say again that this is another example of politicians isolating themselves from, because a politician will not come and stay in a community like this where it will flood and there are things, so they can't feel it. But if the places they stay, I don't want to mention, but the places they stay.
The Deputy Energy Minister said he turned off his, maybe one of them should go live and feel it, so that maybe they'll do something about it.
Don't live there. Even if they have houses in some of these places,
they have moved.
When it rains, don't go and stay there.
They have moved by now.
They feel, say he who feels it knows it.
Which area is this?
This is yes, Christian Village.
Hey. Wow, interesting.
And there's a big drain. So that Christian Village drain, is part of the Garrett project.
Okay.
It's under the Garrett project. I've seen that they've done some work there sometime. Like look at this. Look at this.
You know what? For the life of me, look at that.
But is
he trying to save his bike, or he's trying to save himself?
That's his job. That's his office. If he's a rider, that is his job. He can't watch his business go down the drain.
No, but did he honestly think that he could go through the water?
That is what I don't understand about him too.
Another thing I don't understand about us as humans, you see the water and you assume that you can pass through. Why don't you just park and wait for the floodwaters to, because
Because-
floodwaters are very,
Yeah,
very
let me
strong.
check.
The tide is very strong.
NADMO say that 2 feet of water can move a vehicle.
Exactly.
So if 2 feet of water can move a vehicle, how much will move a motorbike? And I'm wondering I'm wondering what he was thinking, like his thought process for him to drive through the rain.
He's still thinking he wants to go after the bike. I get it. It's your source of, livelihood. It's your daily bread. But if you have life, you have everything. I can't believe he actually went through the water and thought that he could make it. Oh.
Wow. So by way of information, right? So 6 inches of
6
fast-moving
inches
water
of fast-moving water.
can cause a driver to lose control of a car.
Yes.
And 18 to 24 inches of moving water can carry most vehicles, including SUVs and pickups. So,
Wow.
and the tide is clearly strong. Like,
Yes.
look at the way it's falling back into the drain. You can see that it's with some force, right? And cars are not even there. So I don't understand for the life of me why a motor rider would attempt to pass through this water.
He's lucky those gentlemen helped. You see, they're pulling him and he's still trying to pull his motorbike. Oh.
Anyway, so
It's
we don't
unfortunate.
want to be discussing this on national TV, right?
Yeah.
And there are people who are paid to, find solutions to this. They've gone to school to study it. They are earning salaries on it, and we expect them to bring their expertise to bear during these important, national moments. So, I don't know if you have anything to say, but pretty much, yeah.
I mean, what else do I have to say? Basically,
There's a story on the
We need
NDC
to.
Council of Elders.
yes.
It's a big one. Maybe brief excerpts of that one. Focus on governance, stop premature presidential campaigns. NDC Council of Elders to they didn't mention names, so let me not mention names, so it's fine. The Council of Elders of the National Democratic Congress has cautioned the party members against engaging in premature presidential campaign activities, urging unity and discipline as the party focuses on governance. This follows a meeting between the council and President John Dramani Mahama on Friday, May 29, 2026. The discussion centered on party unity, internal discipline, and support for government resetting agenda. In a statement issued after the meeting, the council expressed concern over growing reports of early campaign activities by individuals and groups within the party, warning that such actions could undermine cohesion and distract from governance priorities. Now, I want to read a quote from this story. It says that the council emphasizes that until the appropriate constitutional processes have been initiated and the National Executive Committee has determined the timetable and guidelines for the conduct of presidential primaries, no individual, group, or interest bloc is authorized to undertake or promote any form of presidential campaign, whether directly or indirectly, the story says. So clearly, the Council of Elders are not happy with certain things that have been happening in the party as far as their national primaries, upcoming primaries of the NDC presidential primary is concerned. So, that will be it for our news review segment. But it's the birthday of an important man in this country. A pastor, a leader, an academic, loves the things of God dearly. And I'm referring to the head pastor of the Pleasant Place Chapel, Bishop Gideon Titi Ofe. And we want to use this occasion to wish him a blessed birthday. And we want to say that we appreciate his leadership and the power of his example. And here's Frema, my colleague, doing the honors of wishing Bishop Gideon Titi Ofe a happy birthday. Let's take a look at this.
Happy birthday, dear Bishop. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bishop.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
The Lord has been good to me.
How old are you today?
58.
Are you serious?
A few years ago, I was a young man on the Spinters Road,
Wow.
casting out demons and all those things. Now I'm an old man.
No, the demons are still running away, so now the anointing is even thicker.
Oh, yes,
but how do you
yes.
feel today?
Oh, I mean, the Lord has been very good to me. I'm excited. I acknowledge the grace of God over my life. I believe that I have done a lot within the space of 58 years, considering my background and where I've come from. Somebody was talking to another person and said, Charlie, we who were born into valleys, it's going to take a long time before we get to the mountaintop. And I stopped him and I said, listen, don't say that, because I was born into a bottomless pit.
Yeah,
but yet God has
today.
been gracious to me, and this is where I am. So I feel God has been very, very good to me. God
How
been very,
has
very
your year been?
Oh yeah, it's been very good. Within the space of 1 year, from 57 to 58, we were able to get a charter for Accra Business School to become University of Gold Coast. We were able to, within that period, we were able to introduce a number of MBA programs on the church front. I have been on a campaign to educate 10,000 pastors within 1 year.
Oh, wow.
And so from 57 to now, if you ask, I've done over 10,000 pastors.
Wow.
Going across the length and breadth of the country. So this year alone, I am doing 10,000 pastors. I've already done about 4,500 pastors. So if you look at it from 57 to here,
58.
May last year to May this year, I would have done 10 years. I would have done 10,000 pastors. I travel across the length and breadth. So how about I call the Rural Pastor Capacity Building Program,
Right.
where I travel to rural communities to build pastors, develop pastors, teach pastors, and bless pastors. And surprisingly, you go into a community and there are over 1,000 pastors that have gathered to receive you. It's humbling.
I know that you are a man who believes in planning your life, planning everything. And I'm sure you have one for the next 1 year, for the next journey. So 58 on to 59, what should we expect from Bishop?
When I was 36, I started a tradition.
Right.
When I was 36, I started Agenda 440.
Okay.
That by the time I hit 40, what I wanted to become. And then when I was 50, I started Agenda 1060.
Okay.
That 10 years to my 60th birthday, what did I want to do? And basically, so whatever I'm going to tell you is within the space of that 10 years.
Right.
One of the major things I wanted to do was to have a university.
Okay.
And it has happened. The other thing I wanted to do was to single-handedly build a chapel for the Lord. And on my 60th birthday, we're going to launch a new chapel for the Lord. And I also,
is it done already?
No, we will do it on my
okay.
60th birthday.
Okay.
So it's part
Right.
of the next 1 year.
What I mean is the
project.
church built already? Or
We already have a
still
church,
in
but I
progress?
want to build a new one for
Okay.
the Lord.
Wow.
I want to build a new one for the Lord. In fact, we cut the sword for the construction of that church today on my 58th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yes.
Bishop, we just want to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
We love you so much. You've done so much for the kingdom and also for Ghana. And I believe that posterity will remember you as a man who believed in leadership, who believed in governance, who believed that there is a higher calling even when you are in the faith. And you have demonstrated that a bishop or a man of God can also be interested in bringing people up, not just religiously, not just in the faith, but in the physical world as well. We love you so much. We'll be waiting for the 60th birthday, and we know God will bless you for you to live to see that day and beyond.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen.
God bless you, Mama Olivia. You've done amazing, and God bless your children.
She said I'm her firstborn, so
Aren't you?
I am.
Thank you very much. Or you think you can explain?
She can just
right.
look at me and said, honey, it's coming though. Let me give you water to drink. And I'll be there, sir, honey. But so what's nice? Hey.
Oh, Mama, you are doing the work. You are doing the work.
I feel very, very, very married.
Of course, that's what it's all about. Bishop, thank you very much.
God bless you.
Happy birthday and
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you for having me.
Right.
19th July. Everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches from as little as 98 Ghana cedis live on SuperSport. Only on GoTV.
June is for business here at City FM and Channel One TV. This June, the ideas get bolder and the future of Ghanaian business takes center stage. Welcome to the City Business Festival 2026. For the entire month of June, 97.3 City FM and Channel One TV bring together the thinkers, builders, innovators, and dreamers shaping the future of enterprise in Ghana. From powerful business fora that spark meaningful conversations to insightful on-air discussions with industry leaders and change makers, to stories of resilience, innovation, and ambition from Ghanaian entrepreneurs. This is more than a festival. It is a movement of ideas, strategy, and impact. Whether you're starting small, scaling big, or simply dreaming of your next breakthrough, the City Business Festival is your platform to learn, connect, and grow. Join the On Air series every weekday at 9 a.m. on the City Breakfast Show on 97.3 City FM and at 11 a.m. with a repeat at 6 p.m. on Channel One TV. This June, let's challenge businesses. Let's refine ideas. Let's create impact. Call 0205-973-973 for further details. City Business Festival 2026, driving ideas into impact. The City Business Festival 2026 is powered by 97.3 City FM and Channel One TV in partnership with Absa Bank, and it's proudly sponsored by Absa Bank, MTN, Zondatech Ghana Limited, and Petra Trust.
This week on the Upside Down Show, Frima Edunyame sits down with one of Ghana's finest musicians, Amanzeba Nat Brew, a passionate advocate for culture and the arts. He shares stories from his life, music, and the traditions that continue to inspire his craft.
Your parents, had issues with you becoming a musician. I'm sure you had to prove yourself in a way.
My father didn't even know that I was practicing music itself, that I was even recording. When I was recording, he had no idea.
Are you
He didn't have the
serious?
slightest clue.
How old were you when you were recording that
I
album?
think I was 21.
Okay, so you're pretty young.
Tadi, with the
Yeah.
Tadi group and Solid group.
This year, by the special grace of God and the ancestors, the Black Stars are going for the World Cup. Should we be hopeful?
My expectation is not so wide.
Okay.
It's a little bit scanty, but all I would say is that
At least you have
No.
something small, A lot of people have given up already.
no, they shouldn't.
Make a date this Sunday at 7 p.m. sharp, only on Channel One TV. You certainly don't want to miss this one.
Welcome back. This is Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. It's now time for our health segment where we focus on very important conversations to improve, our general well-being. And joining us in studio, Dr. Kalsum Adams. She's a public health advocate and also a maxillofacial surgeon. Doc, always a pleasure having you. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
How are you doing?
Very well, and you?
I like your pants. Is this what they call the palazzo?
Yes.
The design is nice.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
You've had a good month, the
Yes,
last day
so
of the
far.
month.
Yes, I have. I've had.
complain.
I mean, May has been very kind to me.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's the best month in the world.
Wow.
I mean, in the year.
Wow.
So
I'm really happy to hear that. I'm really happy to hear that. Interesting. Today we want to look at heartburns, right? And for a lot of people, it's a very confusing experience because if I have heartburn, so am I feeling in different parts of my body? Like, is my heart really on fire? It's like,
Yeah.
like what is really even going on, right? So, yeah, when we say heartburns, what exactly are you referring to?
Okay. So heartburns, basically it's talking about a very common symptom related to acid reflux. Okay. So oftentimes people will say that I feel this burning sensation just behind my breastbone, and it's associated with certain meals or certain times of the day. Okay. And it's important that we know that heartburns one, and then acid reflux, and then gastroesophageal reflux disease. So heartburn is basically one of the commonest symptoms that you may be feeling when you're having either a gastric esophageal reflux disease of some sort. So heartburn, because it happens around the chest, and it has nothing to do with your heart being on fire. Okay, but it's very important that you're able to differentiate it from maybe a CVA or a heart attack, because it also comes with some tightness of chest, but then it has certain signs and symptoms associated with it, like sweating, like the fact that your heart will be beating very fast, you know, and then there are other things. You may feel a little dizzy as well, so that would be able to differentiate it from this heartburn that is related to the gastric esophageal reflux disease that we are going to talk about. It. Oftentimes you hear heartburns loosely. You also hear acid reflux also loosely. And all of these terms tend to just help us understand the pathology itself, which is the gastric esophageal reflux disease. So when you say gastric esophageal reflux disease, basically what that is that you hear gastric, you hear esophageal, you hear reflux. So ideally when you eat, what happens is that the food moves from the mouth, it goes through the food pipe, which is your esophagus, and then it gets into the stomach where acid is produced for some digestion to start, and then it goes on to the small intestines, the large intestines, then all the way nutrients are taken. At some points the waste product comes out as waste. But when you hear gastric esophageal reflux disease, it means that we are talking about, when you hear gastric, it means the stomach. And when you hear esophageal, that's the food pipe, which is the, so it's going in the reverse direction, where when you have food within the stomach, the food will then move upwards into the food pipe, and then certain times you tend to have even the food regurgitation into the mouth or the region. So basically there's something we call the lower esophageal sphincter. It's like some muscular sphincter or some opening that helps to, when it is, it helps to close the lower part of the food pipe or the esophagus, so that it prevents food from coming out of the stomach into the food pipe or the esophagus, so that it can help with the digestion, and then it moves on. But certain times when you have laxity, or when you have it's becoming relaxed more often than it should be, then you have some food or some gastric content regurgitating back into the esophagus. And then when it happens too often, you would have that burning sensation that you feel within the chest region. And people would say that, oh, when I eat this type of food, sometimes I have this heartburn happening, and I need to maybe taking something else to be able to reduce that heartburn that is happening there. So that is what we are talking about when we say heartburn.
But there's a direct correlation between ingredients used in the make of the food and the experience thereafter, right?
Yes. So what happens? Oh, of course, because I mean, whatever that goes into the stomach is what comes back up. So some of the signs and symptoms that the patient would be experiencing would be that, aside the heartburn or the burning sensation within the chest region or just behind the breastbone, they may say that, oh, I feel that there's this sour taste or bitter taste in my mouth.
or certain times they will say that, I feel that there's some food I was belching, and some food that I had previously eaten came back into my mouth. Okay. Other times there's something we call the silent reflux or laryngopharyngeal reflux. So when food comes all the way into the pharynx or then the larynx, it tends to irritate that region. So when it irritates that region, you notice that the person will often have sore throat or would want to clear their throat almost all the time. You know, certain times there's hoarseness of voice because it is irritating the larynx. And then oftentimes too, you may have some coughing because when it gets into the lungs, you may end up. So these are some of the signs and symptoms that the patient may present with. And the reason is that there are causes. So when we look at the root causes of this heartburn, we notice that the number one root cause is something that we call the lower esophageal sphincter being relaxed. So when I say that, is that when you look at the picture in the background, you notice that we have the esophagus, and then we have so we'll come back to this picture. Then we have the stomach, and there's something that separates the stomach. Okay, so we can use this one. So there's something that separates the stomach from the esophagus. We call that a barrier, and that is the diaphragm. It's a muscular structure. So it helps to separate the chest from the abdomen. Okay, now the esophagus, the end of the esophagus is where that sphincter is. So that's the lower esophageal sphincter. That sphincter, together with the stomach, is supposed to be below that diaphragm that I'm talking about. But in certain times, when you have the stomach, part of the stomach and that sphincter coming above into the chest, we call it hiatus hernia. It's one of the main causes of you having regurgitation and then the heartburn that we are talking about. Another could be that if just you not having the hiatus hernia, but the lower esophageal sphincter is relaxed. How does it get relaxed? It gets relaxed by certain triggers, some of the foods that we eat. So are we eating a lot of caffeine? One of the main things that causes the relaxation of the sphincter is caffeine.
Oh, the coffee that we've been drinking.
Yes, the coffee that we've been drinking.
Energy drink.
Yes.
Wow.
You know, so caffeine, it could be even chocolate. Okay, citrus containing fruits. So there are a number of triggers that can cause the relaxation of this sphincter that helps to control the food that goes into the stomach and then keeps it there until it's digested and then goes away. So these are some of the root causes. Another could also be that there could be, in certain patients, you notice that they do not have enough production of either the acid for digestion to take place or even some of the pancreatic juices that help with the digestion. So oftentimes the food that they eat stays longer in the stomach and is not digested because you have deficiencies in the digestive juices. So once it stays longer, chances are that it can regurgitate back into the chest and then you have these problems. And in other patients too who have reduced motility and increased constipation. So oftentimes in certain patients, you notice that they are constipated most of the time, probably due to not eating sufficient roughage and all of that, and then also the diet that they indulge in. So they tend to have very reduced motility, or the food that gets into the digestive system does not move smoothly in them. In another category of patients, they have what we call small intestine bacterial overgrowth, SIBO for short. So you have bacteria within the whole digestive system. Now this bacteria at any point in time helps with digestion, it helps with fermentation at some point within the digestive system. But if you have overgrowth of some of them, of the bad bacteria, or undergrowth of the good bacteria, these patients would have bloating. They would have excessive production of gases like carbon dioxide. And once you have these gases accumulated in the stomach or even within the whole digestive system, it can cause that regurgitation, and then you end up with what we are calling the heartburns that people would have. Certain times too, aside the fact that either you have a very relaxed lower esophageal sphincter, others too tend to have what we call infection with H. pylori. So H. pylori infection. So H. pylori, oftentimes when you hear it, it is linked to either you're having gastritis or esophagitis, or you're having a gastric ulcer of some sort. So if you do have that infection, that tends to cause inflammation of the lining of the esophagus, of the stomach, and then other parts of the small intestine. That also predisposes
H. pylori is just
to
I don't know.
that as well.
But is there a one one fits for all kind of treatment for it?
Not necessarily, because my allergens may be different from another person's allergens. So oftentimes, if it does happen to one particular patient, you would want to start by excluding. So first of all, you would want to keep a food diary. So food diary will help you know that, okay, when I ate this particular food, I noticed that, yes, I had it more. So you keep that. So that you'll be able to make the associations that anytime I take in very spicy foods, I tend to have heartburn. Anytime I tend to take in foods that contain chocolate, I tend to have heartburn. Even though we have the list of these foods, that would predispose you to getting it.
With the way medicine is moving, are there no advanced ways of having to know some allergens?
Yes, there are. You can do the allergen profile, and then the panel. There's a panel that you can go through, but that will mean that you start with the most common ones and keep excluding till you get to know that, okay, these are the things that
that's
I
a long
am
process.
allergic to.
Are they drawing blood for that test?
Yes.
Okay.
So you draw blood and then you check for those ones that you have some allergic reactions to. And you know that, okay, this particular one. And oftentimes too, you should be able to tell even by just keeping that food diary that when I ate this, I noticed that I had more of the heartburns. I started having that feeling, that burning sensation within my chest region. So you're able to tell, and then you can go into it. What were the ingredients? What did it contain more? And you can make the associations to be able to exclude or include certain foods that would be your triggers for you having or being predisposed to getting these heartburns. And there are ways of investigating. So aside you complaining of the fact that you have heartburns and then some of the signs and symptoms that I mentioned earlier, it's also important that you can have what we call passing a camera through the digestive system, so that you would be able to look at the lining of the esophagus or the food pipe, and then the lining also of the stomach.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yes, it is uncomfortable, but it's a very short procedure. So we usually call it the endoscopy, the upper GI endoscopy, where you would go through it, and then it's because, mind you, the stomach has gastric, or is very acidic. We have the HCl, or the hydrochloric acid, that is produced within the stomach. Now, this is not meant to move past the stomach and go to the food pipe or the esophagus. So if you have chronic food getting into that area, is going to also cause some changes in the lining of the esophagus. So the esophagus in itself, naturally, has not been fortified to be able to withstand such acidic content. But then if oftentimes you get the acidic contents there, it means that now there's something that we call, over a period, it will start undergoing certain changes. And these changes, it undergoes those changes, and then you end up with either this plastic changes within the lining, or it becomes a precancerous lesion. So that precancerous lesion, usually we call it a Barrett esophagus, where now it would want to strengthen itself to look like the lining of the small intestines and then the large intestine, because they have been prepped to be able to withstand such acidic content as it goes through. And oftentimes, if it stays there for a very long time and you still do not do anything to remedy it, it can change to become or to predispose you to getting or developing cancers. You get it. And then certain times too, because it gets there, it causes inflammation, and then now the inflammation starts to heal. And when it heals by what we call strictures. So it can cause also some narrowing of the esophagus. So there are certain complications associated with it if nothing is done about it. So the first I have mentioned is that you have chronic inflammation of the food pipe. The next thing is that you have inflammation, it heals, then another inflammation, it heals, another inflammation, it heals. That can lead to what we call the strictures that is formed within. So now that structure restricts, it's like a scar tissue, and it narrows the esophagus. So now it becomes difficult for you to even get food past the food pipe into the stomach. And then oftentimes too, when you get the dysplastic changes, then you end up with what we are calling the Barrett's esophagus, which can predispose you to getting an esophageal cancer as well. So those are some of the extreme complications of this gastric esophageal reflux disease that we are talking about. Now, how do I deal with it?
Yeah.
Yes, very important. How do I deal with it? So the first thing is to be able to know the root cause. So the root cause, you would want to be able to tell that, okay, when I eat some spicy food, when I eat fried foods, fatty foods, spicy foods, any food that is containing citric, or citric containing fruits as well, I tend to have this, or even carbonated drinks. Certain times, even carbonated or fizzy drinks, I tend to have this. So you need to avoid all the foods that you think that anytime you take, you end up having this heartburn. So you need to avoid them as much as possible. The other thing is that if the root cause has to do with the fact that you have very low gastric acid production or enzymatic production, then it means that those need to be replaced so that you are able to have good digestion. You don't end up having food overstaying inside the stomach and then the other part of the digestive system. Other times, is it an overgrowth of the bacteria? So if it's an overgrowth of the bacteria as well, then you need to have some probiotics. So some yogurts that do contain some probiotic to help to cause a balance in the bacteria that you need, the good ones and the bad ones, so that you'd have an uneventful digestion is also there. Now, as an individual, aside avoiding those foods, you need to incorporate other foods that will help reduce the heartburns. So foods like you taking in bananas, taking in melon fruit, and then citric containing
melon fruit as in watermelon.
Watermelon is there, or the melon fruit.
The melon fruit.
Yes. Itself.
Were they circulating gay and Louis or?
Oh no. We would have been very happy girls.
Are you sure? Because anyway, so melon fruit,
yes,
banana,
watermelon, you
but
know,
oranges,
and then oats contain
doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
How about apples?
And then oats. Apple in itself, I would say you should avoid it. Yes,
But there are times where bananas have
given people that as well. So you see, for the reflux or the heartburn, there are two types. We have the acid reflux and then the non-acid reflux. So the non-acid reflux would be that your lower esophageal sphincter is relaxed, and then maybe your food is not being digested very quickly, so it stays there and then it comes into, so you still have a reflux happening, and that may be as a result of either you don't have enough gastric juice being produced for the digestion to take place, or you don't have enough of the pancreatic enzymes so you would have delay in the digestion, and that can lead to another reflux, and that is the non-acid reflux.
Or maybe the banana they took, they had chemicals, or GMO possibly. I don't know. How about grapes?
Grapes. So grapes, it hasn't been implicated in whether it would, you know, whether it's gives that, but I haven't seen anybody complaining of graves.
Two quick questions for you. Hudu Adam from Banda says, does portion size, timing, and posture be a risk factor or influencer to heartburns?
Yes, that's very true. So what happens is that for people who have been established that, okay, when I do have these heartburns, another thing is that you have to, in our prevention, I would have mentioned it, is that you have to take in very small fruits at a time, or your portion size should be very, very regulated. So, and even how you eat the food, you do eat, make sure that you chew as much as possible, and then you swallow in bits. Because oftentimes when you eat in a very hurried manner, and then you eat a lot at a time, that can also predispose you to the heartburns. So you need to regulate your portion size. Very important. And then also, when you have to reduce the timing at which you eat at night. So you don't eat very late at night. And when you do eat late at night, make sure that you spend at least 3 hours before you lay down or you lie down. Right. So 3 hours before your bedtime. And if you do, and you are going to lie down, you should have the head part of the bed raised. So you should have some pillows, so that if you already have that laxity in the lower esophageal sphincter and you lie flat or supine, it means that you've given it that opportunity to just regurgitate back. But if you sleep with the head of the bed raised, it means that it reduces the rate.
Very important.
Very important. And make sure that just after eating, you just don't lie and then sleep back. You can do some little exercise and walk around, and then keep a vertical posture for some time before you end up retiring to bed. So that's very, very important in the prevention.
Parkwesi, who's watching in Sunyane, sent a message, but we'll get Doc to answer the message, behind the scenes, because it's too specific.
Doc, I want to find out before we go, and I know we need to wrap up, but before we go, when you are, will you be cured completely, that you can be able to go back and enjoy these foods that you love?
All right, I get that. So it can be managed. So just like I mentioned, it has to do with the causes. So if I notice that anytime I eat this particular food, it causes relaxation of mind, there's nothing I can do about it but to avoid that kind of food. Okay. If it is a hiatus hernia, that as well needs to be sorted out. And then oftentimes even people who are obese are also predisposed to getting more of this heartburn and then regurgitation because of the constriction in the abdominal region and how it will end up causing the regurgitation so losing weight may help with in certain people. So having to lose weight may help. And then also you may have to, as we said, the portion sizes, incorporating more of the foods that reduce your risk of triggers in that regard can also, so it can be managed. And then also, if it has to do with the acid reflux, then you need to reduce the acidity within the stomach. So you may be on certain medications that we usually would say the proton pump inhibitors, but not for a very long time. So just for a short period to help reduce or stabilize the basal levels of the production of the HCl within the stomach. You may be migrated to the H2 blockers as well. And then eventually, with your lifestyle modifications, exercising, avoiding some of these foods, and then even alcohol as well. So alcohol, so you need to cut down on the alcohol. All of these, you should be able to manage and then go on. But if it's complicated, then it has to be treated. So if it's complicated, as I said, you get in the esophagitis, the strictures, you need to have it dilated, or you end up with a Barrett's esophagus, you need to be on surveillance, and you need to check on this esophagus as much as possible so that it doesn't end up developing into a cancer. So those are some of the things that
Incredible. Doc, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Grateful that you could join us to provide useful insights. All right, so we are going to the northern region.
Yes, we're going to the northern region. So while we here down south are crying foul over rains and floods, the north have not seen a drop. And the farmers there are worried that maybe the drought may be back.
Across parts of northern Ghana, farmlands remain dry as farmers anxiously wait for steady rainfall to begin planting. Although a few showers have been recorded in recent weeks, many farmers say the rains have been too inconsistent to support farming activities. In the Kumbungu district, some farmers fear the region could experience a repeat of the drought conditions that affected harvest in previous years.
Chimsi bilan zasa. Ai de gwasiyadin yana katir chimsi bilana. Konyo chu na za trapun kompe chimsi bilana. Ama yuno sa badang temibo. Nta to kwamna kunye chimsi mwa tuju ma na kunye to kwamma. Ka to kwarwa ma. Don yala moso zan tita sama na bilan dang temibo ma. So den nan ko bilan dang temibo ma. Din yan katri tiro kunye kama mu'mang le tiana. Tena to kwar ka bilan ko sama. Damane bubu sama tan bi homan pa ni shama. De chama sama mi bilan kaya. Aye bo. De zo tin ya mu'mang le tiana. Tun to ko kwar mangale. Ka bilan ko sa. Damane don ku cherma bi homan mala de abanga den tichan katiban katinte yu shelton pa ka sabu miti. Damane tena min ye yuma ataranga ba. Tenda koko haltepna tenda koko ngoma da kunya ka wunde.
We need help from the government. The rainy season, our rain is not coming regularly. So, and then our farming implement is also not buying. So, and then when the government promised us from the tractors and then the fertilizer from the districts. So we need government to help us from that things to farm. So that we can help us to farm well.
Beyond the delayed rains, farmers say they are also struggling with high cost of farm inputs and plowing services ahead of the season. Many also complain that produce from last year's harvest, particularly rice, remain unsold due to weak demand and competition from imported rice on the market. They are calling on government to intervene to support local farmers and improve market access for locally produced food.
Ama I boy de shinka dana note that they pa 1.5 be gel dabo hal ka bode won yan daba mbon jagba zo ba ko ba kan ko yare nkwan shinkafa pam tina no kan ma yan kwa mbanya won dara dan maka tre yan kwa zan kon ko to ko ma hal ne cha kura to ko gba da zo cham ka tana ko cham ka shime aba kwa ma wula ka nan de nchan to ko de zo ka tre bo ne tre se gwamati ko re le to fukpar ma ne shinkafa pe shan ban shirlana kabre de ber ko ta dan soro kare le to gbaza dagbam shinkafa azo tende dere nangla kala shinkafa la der blankana dan pashe to gba shinkafa na ande dinan swandlam pa da biala
tun ko be shanga dan kati tumale nkwara nkware kwema tumile ko so tun ko so de dar torum be dar ma tuku katiyan nan bama sham ka kwema nan quantity temi ko to pupar ma tren yiko karpie dane ka ban shakam nan didi zantitima to tibu wen ko sa kumbar na lu ganama.
Some farmers also reminded government of promises made during the 2024 election campaign regarding expanded farm mechanization support. They say increased assistance would be crucial in reducing production costs and improving agricultural productivity this season.
We have started farming
and we are not getting the farm implement fund. Government promised us to give us farm implement, and now we are not getting it. But it is time for farming. The rain is not coming regularly, and we are finding it difficult to farm our land. And last year we farmed and take the farm in project, but we didn't sell it. They are still at home. We don't have money to buy the farm material to farm. So we are appealing government to help us to get the farm material so that we will use it to farm our land.
Tanzo tendo kwamba conscientimenti gwamnati ma yara bere kpamba ma ka yara ma bahar tuwana ka champa Allah dana so bi yara ma bahar bin yanga ka chanka ce to ma yaya ne tiwa ma ti an lihra me so ne tite be ni sonte tando bi ne timte to ta ka yara kama wa bianka ko ni yoko na so dana fi tite pa to ta gangwa ngon ko yara ama fukpa ban jiwa ba sa yara bandi ban boro na boko jahan yabo kwanto kwanpao wami kwanwo wanto bo kwanna kala san kwalo shepo do kwalo shepo yin wahala ma do konda ma so sa ha she bian to wahala ma pamila to ban ya swansim to kyon la to ban ya swansim ali to ko jan ka wo to an fo nzo wana de ami tin kyon wula ba le patron so bi men ye no swanta ban swanta tan ko sa ha she bo ban mamman swansim ma ban bo la sa ha she. They
are meanwhile expressing fear over the coming again of the droughts which befell the nation some years ago this year. For Channel One News, I am Shawana Yusuf reporting from Kumbongo District in the Northern Region.
Very ironic situation there. Whilst we down here are suffering from floods, some people have not yet seen rain. Let's speak to our Northern Belt Bureau Chief, Shawana Yusuf, who filed that story. Shawana, good morning. Happy Sunday. How are you doing? We seem to have lost Shawana on the line. But Jude, isn't it ironic? Okay, I understand we have Shawana back. Hi, Shawana. Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Hi, Eno. Good morning. Good morning, Jude.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm thriving by God's grace.
Great. Shawana, I was just asking Jude, it's an ironic situation that we down here have rain in abundance, and up north you are yet to see a satisfactory drop, if I can call it that.
Exactly so. You are having rain in abundance with some flooding homes and causing a lot of destruction. Meanwhile, we need that here in the northern part of the country to kickstart with farming activities.
You spoke to a number of the farmers. What do they think about the situation? What do they think could be accounting for it?
So there is one of these farmers who was telling us that he thinks what they witnessed some few years back, about 2 years ago, with the issue of drought, is what is coming back again. And for them, they are expressing, they are actually sad to know that up till now, the rain has not kick-started fully for them to start their farming activities. According to them, somewhere April last year, they had already plowed their lands and they've started, the seedlings had started sprouting, an indication that the rains were good enough for them, and then they were doing well. And for them, previous years where the rains have been good and farming started on time, by May, they would have been seeing some good results with the work they are doing. But after the time we visited last week, we were actually still waiting. You could see the soils were really dry, and they were just waiting and hoping and praying that the rains would come. The fortunate thing was that the very day I made the visit to the farm, and that was the same day the story was aired, Sunday last week, that very night, there were very heavy rains.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's rained for about 12 hours from the Sunday night to the Monday morning. So, I mean, good news. The rains are beginning to come bit by bit, but for farmers, they are hoping it will be consistent. It's a consistency that matters for them. And we are all hoping and praying that that works.
So their inability to predict the weather pattern definitely is affecting their choices as to whether to plant or plow the land or what steps to take next.
Well, so they tell us that usually you need to wait for some amount or quantity of rains to get through the soil, to make plowing easy for you, and to make the whole process, yes, more easier. If the ground is not wet enough and you want to plow, I mean, it's very difficult, most especially if you have to use manpower. It will be very difficult for you to achieve results. But if you have the rains come like twice, thrice, and then you know that the grounds are a bit soft and moist enough, it is more easier for you to do what you're supposed to do. So far as we're talking about plowing, let me be quick to add that we see tractor services in the background where farmers employ their services to plow their lands. In the whole of Kumbungu, the period I went to the field to get the story done, they were relying on only one tractor service to serve hundreds and thousands of farmers in the area. Some of the farmers who spoke to us told us it took them over 2 weeks to wait in a queue to get the tractor services to their farmlands. And that is a serious challenge they are faced with. And they questioned what happened to the government's policy of introducing a mechanization center in most of the districts so that farmers can access farm implements during farming season. So this has been a major challenge for them, and they are still suffering. The day we even went, the land that was being plowed, there were over 10 farmers waiting to see if the guy operating the tractor could make time to go to their farmlands to plow their lands for them. So yes, it's been a challenge, not just rain, but also the implements they need to get the work done.
Interesting. Shauna, talk to us, right? I'm sure in your filing of this story, you've been engaging some other aspects. What are they also accounting for this particular situation? Is it a climate change issue or it's to be expected?
Climate change, of course, is the major issue that everybody is scared of and is expressing fear that is bouncing back or is affecting us this much. For the farmers, they tell us that previous years where there are good rains, within the period in which I had come to their farmlands, I wouldn't have been able to get there because most of these fields are rice fields, and you know how those areas can be very muddy. And they tell me that if not for the bad rains and the delay in the coming of the rains, that area would have been a no-go area. They might as well would have had to meet me by the roadside for me to have the interview with them. But unfortunately, I wasn't even able to ride my bike through very close to the farmland to be able to have these interviews. So that should tell you that the times are changing. Climate is changing drastically, and this is what we tend to suffer from the change of the climate.
In other parts of the country, there's an ongoing glut, as far as foodstuffs are concerned. I want you to tell us the situation in the north, right? And whether the current drought situation has led to a reduction in yield, if you're able to give us that information.
Okay, thank you. So I think what I can talk on, last year, relatively compared to the previous year where we recorded droughts, last year farmers were able to harvest substantially. I mean, it was good harvest for them last year compared to the previous year where we suffered some drought in northern Ghana and in some parts of the country. But what they tell us is that in as much as they had good yields last year, access to market has been a major headache. For some of these farmers who are rice farmers, they tell me that market people who even want to buy their rice want to buy it at a very cheap rate. According to them, a rate at which is not even enough to cater for the investments they make in buying fertilizer for these farming periods. So, for example, one of the farmers told me that some of the market women who come to buy their rice want to buy the bag of rice for, I'm talking of the cocoa sack size of rice. They want to buy it for 200 cedis.
Wow.
And even with the 200 cedis, it just doesn't make sense to them. Because there is no market, sometimes if you need the money, you have no option than to sell it out. Their fear is that the imported rice is beginning to push their products off the market. It's beginning to push the local rice out of the market, and demand for it is not there at all. Hence, the businesses don't also patronize them, because if I buy it and send it to the market, the ripple effect is that people will come buying the foreign imported rice, leaving the locally produced rice. And that is what is happening. And currently, as it stands, a bag of maize sells higher, much more higher than a bag of local rice in these areas. And the farmers are actually heartbroken. They tell us that it can't even cater for the fertilizer they use, the cost of fertilizer they use in planting this particular products, talk less of the plowing services they have to pay for, and also even the time they would have to also invest in these farming periods. So it's actually a major issue of concern for farmers. And yes, there is lack so far as their produce are concerned. They don't get to sell it. They tell us that because of that, this year they don't even know how they will buy fertilizer to plant this season, and even the seedlings. And they are calling that government should consider subsidizing these fertilizer. And you know the sad part, the government subsidized fertilizers usually don't come on time. They don't arrive on time. So they finish farming, they finish and they are about to harvest, and government fertilizer is now coming. So what it means is that what are they able to use those fertilizer for within that period? Their appeal is that government should ensure they come on time, the times that they need them, not after the whole farming season is almost over. And then these subsidized services will be coming. By then, it is more like not helpful to them when they come.
Wow. Talk to us around what stakeholders have been saying, right? And I'm referring to the agricultural ministries or the district officers of the ministry there, and even the MPs for the area. Have they commented on this? And also the local assembly, whether they've put in place any interventions to help mitigate the effects of the drought?
Okay, thank you. So for the MPs, I think what they are doing is encouraging the planting of more trees in these areas, and also some practices that will help so far as the issue of climate is concerned. They are also beginning to fight the issue of felling of trees. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like a one-day thing. It doesn't look like something we can all achieve in the very shortest possible time. We still have a long way to go, especially in northern Ghana, where most women and most families rely solely on these trees to make ends meet. I mean, that is what they use as their source of income due to their business of charcoal production. So the sad part is, in as much as the preaching is going on, it looks like more needs to be done because just talking and talking alone isn't enough. Because you ask them to plant the trees today, it will take a long time to get to where it's supposed to get to. And that what it also means is that these women are not going to stop the felling of the trees to produce the charcoal that they use for their ends meet. So I think stakeholders will have to have a second look and also push further so far as the fight against the climate change is concerned. If you come to the northern part of the country, almost all the regions in northern Ghana, there is a percentage of people who rely solely on charcoal production, if not charcoal production, but they use wood fuels. They use these particular trees as a source of fire in their homes. So it is normal for a farmer to go to the farm, and on his way back home, he's bringing bags of a tree to the house for the wives to use to cook. How do we stop it? That's the question. Majority of these local homes, they don't have installing this. They don't use gas. They don't even know how it operates. They rely solely on charcoal and then the firewood to be able to cook for their families. So it's actually sad that we have to get to this point as a country and as a region. But in as much as stakeholders are trying their best, I think government will also have to do more. With this cylinder recirculation thing, we had it started some time back, but we are yet to see how far it goes, especially to these remote areas where what they do basically is produce charcoal and also use some of these trees for firewood to cook in their homes. So some of the MMDCs tell us that they're also waiting for the Ministry of Agri to see when they will distribute these subsidized fertilizer for onward delivery to the farmers. But currently, as it stands, it doesn't look like there is any hope in sight.
We pray for the hope to come back to sight soon. And rather troubling and unfortunate. But thank you so much for shedding light on an important development in the northern region. And hopefully, as and when there's some updates on this, we'll be looking forward to your reports as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jude. But if you allow me a minute, let me quickly chip in that one other appeal that these farmers have made strongly is that the Kumbungu district is very close to the Nawuni River, which is one of the white volta, the volta on which the Ghana Water Company taps to treat water for the people of the larger Tamale and even northern region in general. What they are calling for is that during the spillage of the Bagri Dam, there is a lot of water going waste, a lot of water, flooding farms, a lot of water causing havoc. What can government do so far as the issue of irrigation is concerned? There is a source of water somewhere. What can we do to tap into these water to make sure that farmers don't have to wait only for the rainy season to be able to farm? So they are calling on government to consider using this particular river to exploit irrigation projects for most farms in these areas.
Thank you so much, Shawana. Grateful always for the insights.
Yes, very interesting situation happening up north. It's now time for our nutrition segment. Don't go away.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to a mammy mouthful. Kel Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is several buying, a man swing, Nesasu Mama Hoto so a will beg you.
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra. Stunning. Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim. I love it. Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like click. That sound means it's fresh, no trick. No plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean.
stress, just sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is Sunday Breakfast right here on Channel 1 TV. My name is Jude Duncan. It's now time for our conversation on our diet, on nutrition, on things that we would consume, right? And it's important that you pay attention to this discussion. We're discussing diabetes and, of course, fasting. A lot of people of faith are fasting across the world. I don't even want to say the country because it's a global thing, right? And it's important that during this spiritual exercise, we are also minded about our health in terms of what we take, what we shouldn't take, how to even take what we should be taking, right? It's very important, so you don't want to miss out on this. And to help us delve into this conversation is Enna Desua, who runs Desua Diet Consult, and that's so many other things on the side, right? But she is a dietitian, a registered dietitian for that matter. Enna, good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
Did you see the kenke the Caravanites were eating before they left? People were eating 3 balls of kenke on a Sunday morning. I hope you are well.
I'm very well by God's grace, and you?
I'm doing amazing too, thankfully, by the grace of God. It's the month of Ramadan.
Sure.
And for Catholics and other Protestants, it's also the period for Lent.
Yeah.
And a lot of them at this point stay away from food during the day. They fast. I want to very briefly, before we even talk about diabetes, which is also a big part of today's discussion, just tell us about the human benefits of fasting. Aside, of course, the spiritual. We'll leave that for our purpose and our bishops to do. But from a diet point of view and nutrition point of view, what are the benefits of fasting?
Okay, it's very beneficial. It's good to fast once in a while. It helps with detoxification. That's the period where, depending on the type of fast, okay, there are many types of fasting, okay? So when you're doing the type that we are doing now as a spiritual exercise, that type is the general one where the Christians will do 6 to 6, they will eat in the evening. The Muslims will start with something small in the morning and eat. So during the day, the body breaks down fat for energy. Okay, so it helps with, you end up losing weight, okay? Makes the body also very,
Pill?
The insulin very sensitive. Okay. And so if you want to lose weight, this is a good exercise for you to do within a period. But even that, you still have to discuss with your doctor how much, whether you can do the dry fast. Even the healthy individual, you have to discuss with your doctor whether you can do a dry fast or a water fast, vegetable fast. There shouldn't be something like only fruit fast, okay? With all this, because we are reducing food intake, it makes you very, very active, and you are able to burn a lot of fats for energy. So at the end of the day, you lose weight. And it also helps you to be focused. This is the time you are meditating a lot. So as an individual, you are able to reconsider a lot of stuff in your life. Some will stop taking alcohol. That is very good, okay, as part, because of course you are fasting. So it helps once again with detoxification because we are not taking a lot of these stuff in, okay? And then my problem is with hydration, but a lot of people hydrate whilst they are fasting, okay? If you are not taking water, that is where I have issues, but if it is for a spiritual exercise, when you are not fasting within the day, then you are supposed to be able to hydrate well. Okay, so on a normal day, fasting is good to help you lose weight and reduce your calorie intake, and also a period of meditation for you, so you are able to plan well, re-strategize, and of course, change your direction or reconsider a lot of the stuff you're doing. Okay, so for me, it's a very good time for mental health and also for physical health. Yeah.
Does it matter the time, right? You talk about some Christians who do, for example, 6 to 6.
Yeah.
I've had other people say, I prefer maybe 6 to 12.
Yeah.
Some even say 12 to 6.
Yeah.
So eat breakfast
Yeah.
and fast for lunch and dinner or supper. Does it matter the time?
Yes, it matters, you know. Fasting, in general sense, is abstinence from food and water in some cases. And this is the body's main source of fuel for the body, for life, okay? So when you are not fueling the body, you should look at your capacity, okay? Some people fast 6 to 12, especially people with peptic ulcer, okay? If you prolong it, you have lots of irritation. Some easily feel weak, okay? So if you are not fueling, then if you prolong it to 6 or even 3, what is the sense in being weak throughout the day because you are fasting? Your life activities are slowed down, your projects are slowed down because you are fasting. Okay, so you have to assess your own life, assess your energy level, assess your body, understand your body. Is your body able to abstain strictly from food, and what is the impact on your body? So to be able to say, I am doing dry fasting, water fasting, fruit fasting, it should depend. For instance, if you're dealing with peptic ulcer, for instance, you wouldn't want to do water fast, okay? You should have something in there. So fruit and vegetables, or even being on a keto diet at that period, it's very important, okay? So the time or the duration is very, very important. If you're doing, if you want to do the breakfast and skip lunch and do supper, it's also another form of fasting. We call it intermittent. However, but it can also be a spiritual kind of exercise where, for instance, because of stomach issues, or you may be on medication, so you have to take your medication in the morning and evening, but afternoon you want to be on something light or even abstain based on doctor's advice. If doctor approves that, then that can also be a kind of fasting for you.
For some people, I hear them say that fasting is even a very sure way of losing weight.
Sure.
Rather than the gym and all of those things. Is there some truth in it?
Okay, so fasting is a short period of losing weight, okay? Of course, because you are abstaining from food. But we shouldn't also forget that when you are fasting, the body is breaking down your stored fats for energy for you. So if you do it for a long time, you are increasing fat metabolism. That also leaves behind some ketones. So if you prolong it, especially when you are diabetic, then we are facing diabetes ketoacidosis, which is a very dangerous complication, okay? So fasting is for a period, okay? It is not supposed to be used as way of life. Some people will say, I'm doing it for a month or 2 months because I want to lose weight. No, discuss with your doctor. And doctor will not approve that long.
That kind of long fasting for you.
Yes, because of the complications. You are at risk of some health issues when you do it for
So ideally, how long should we, a week?
So ideally, based on, for non
spiritual
purposes.
Yeah, but you're assuming it's even for spiritual purposes.
Okay.
Would you advise a church leader, for example, to announce a 2-month fast?
No.
They'll say Jesus did 40 days, so we should do plus.
Okay. So if Jesus did 40 days, depending on the
we are not Jesus, right?
No.
And at that time, he was eating different. He didn't have a lot of fatty oils in his food there.
You see, fasting for 40 days, if you manage it well, is possible. That is the longest. Okay. If you manage it well, if you are managing it with good intermittent meals, but when you are doing it dry, that is where you have to consult with your doctor. That is even if you are a healthy person.
Wow.
Okay, so even as a healthy person I mean without any known underlying illness, okay?
Or complication.
Yes, because breaking down fat for that long has its own health risk. Okay, so going for that length, you should have that discussion with your doctor before starting it. But on a normal day, if you are a healthy person, 40 days should be possible for you.
Is there any right way of breaking a fast, or would you say anything and everything goes? Can I break my fast with fufu? Can I break it with a little soda drink here? Can I break it, or should I break it with water or some yogurt? Or what's the right approach in breaking a fast?
Okay. The right approach is breaking it with a balanced meal. Okay. Of course, the stomach has been empty throughout the day. So that is not the time to break it with a heavy meal. That time, you might even feel the pain. The body will talk to you. Okay. So it should be a light diet, something light, but it shouldn't be fruit juice. It shouldn't be fruit salad. It shouldn't be porridge.
Why not fruits?
It shouldn't be... Some people, after a whole day's fast, will only eat fruits and say they have broken their fast, will not eat again. And you are giving the body only carbohydrates. Okay. So if you are breaking it well, it should be something that has a little carbs, little protein, little fat. That says you have to have these nutrients to nourish the body. So if you are doing that for 1 week, 2 weeks, 40 days, and when you break the fast, you are only breaking with water and fruit. By the end of the 40 days, you will be malnourished. Okay?
Wow.
Yes, you will be malnourished because you have denied the body enough protein. Of course, this period you will not get enough protein because you haven't eaten your breakfast, your lunch, you are only eating supper. And because you have abstained for a while, you can't even eat much. Just a little and you are okay. But that little should be dense, soft diet, either fluid or puree. Okay, I say either fluid, so if it is much kenkey you want to use to break your fast, it shouldn't be only kenkey and sugar as we do, and milk. The milk doesn't have enough protein.
Or something in there.
There should be granules in there. There should be some egg that you are adding to it. So it shouldn't be only fruit. That when we try to fast, then we are all going to buy a lot of fruits, and that is all that we are taking. That is too much sugar for the body at the time.
Wow, this sounds very interesting, right? I feel like there are so many misconceptions around fasting.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
And maybe on other shows you should keep talking on this as well. Let's come to diabetes, right?
Yes.
Is there a relationship between diabetes and I'm referring to diabetic patients and fasting.
Okay. So normally the misconception is because I eat, or a diabetic will eat and the food will turn into sugar, then let me stay away from food because the food will give me the elevated blood glucose levels. So
that's the spike, right? As you call it.
Yes, yes. So normally people think then abstaining from food is the right way to go. So when they have...
Is it possible to be abstain from food?
You see, sometimes when you see constant high sugar levels, you are very worried. Every morning I'm recording 10 and above 10, they get very worried. So in the course of the day, they have the perception that because the blood sugar level is high already, then I don't want to eat anything. So, but what even causes that high level? It is either if it is type 1, insufficient insulin, or if it is type 2, ineffective insulin. Okay, so what do you do to make sure your blood sugar levels come down? It is definitely not abstaining from food. Okay, but when it is a religious activity, you feel mandated to do. Okay, so before you go into that period of fast, you should have discussed with your doctor for the doctor to have thorough assessment, check the dosage of your medication, even check the growth of your of the disease, if it is in the advanced stage, if you are at a position to fast at all. So your doctor, you should plan this with your doctor. You shouldn't do it in isolation, okay? Because going to fast will give you some health risk of hypoglycemia. When you abstain from food, your blood sugar level can go very low, and that can be dangerous. You can also have issue with hyperglycemia that will expose you to diabetic ketoacidosis, which is also a very dangerous condition for a diabetic patient. And even dehydration is also dangerous for diabetic patients.
Patients, yes.
So you are not supposed to decide to fast on your own. If you have to fast, your doctor should encourage. If he has to reduce the medication and he knows that if he reduces it and you fast for a period, it is okay, he will. If he says do not, then do not.
So
because
every decision during that phase is determined by a health officer.
Exactly. Wow. And even when he approves that you can fast, you will be encouraged to be checking your sugar level regularly. In the day, regularly, 2, 3, 4 times in the day, so that you can easily check whether you are going hypo or you are very up there. In both cases, you are supposed to end it immediately so that you don't go into any crisis. So you do not do it on your own. You have to work with a medical team that will be supervising a straight fasting for you. Some will also say, okay, I will do keto, where you are doing good fats with high protein and vegetables. Okay, that's though being good, because you need the energy from the starchy carbs as well, and the medications you are on, the amounts of or your dosage. You can't take that decision on your own. Some people say they are struggling with high sugar levels, so they are doing keto. That is only the high protein and fruits and vegetables.
You know, I'm reading here, right, and this author, but I don't want to put out the article because we've not verified the source, but the author is saying that the worst part of being a diabetic patient is having to manage your intake, your food intake. the ration bit, and of course, issues around fasting. So clearly, there's a direct correlation.
Yes, yes. So you cannot abstain from food for a longer time.
And so is it like they can't decide anything about their meal again?
No, you have to be managed, because this is a chronic health condition, okay? And if you don't manage it well, the complications are dangerous, okay?
As a diabetes survivor on the post also said that it's true. It's the worst state to be in. You don't control anything about your meal again. You don't control anything about your life. You're unsure what to eat, how to eat, and when to eat. It's the worst state to be in.
It isn't all true. I wouldn't say it is the worst state. That is why dietitians are there. When you have adequate nutrition knowledge, okay, and your dietitian has taken you through a period of postprandial glucose testing, you are empowered to know that, for instance, I like tuozafi as a northerner. But if I take this amount of tuozafi, my postprandial glucose level is like this, because I have tested it severally, and that is, so you take the decision yourself. You know the quantity, okay? And even if I want to eat tuozafi, how do I have to treat the ayoyo? Do I have to eat the refined one? Okay. And even if I want to eat Hausa cocoa, as we say, if you are a diabetic, don't take the normal Hausa cocoa. If you add this and that according to the plan of your dietitian, how did your postprandial sugar level results? Okay. But if you don't do all these, if you don't go through this period of assessments with a dietitian to understand how your body, it is very dangerous to be a diabetic without a dietitian.
Almost
or
impossible. I mean, having listened to you all through the show, I don't think it's possible to be diabetic and not have a dietitian.
Yet a lot of diabetics don't have dietitians.
So who advise them on what to eat and how to eat?
So the brief discussion they have with their doctor is enough for them. The rest is they listen to friends and family. Don't eat this, don't eat that. And some of them wait till they have had serious complications. Very serious, okay? Very
so
serious.
how is the SUA diet helping to address this problem?
Of course, we work with referrals. So when a doctor refers, then we are able to follow or do thorough assessments to know how your body reacts with every food item. Okay, we don't do a general one. So going back to this period of 30 days that you have to fast as a Muslim, that is if your doctor has approved. If you are supposed to work with a dietitian, then you will be guided on even how to break the fast and what to eat before, okay? There are fruits, of course. You cannot eat mango when you are going to break your fast, okay? You should eat the fruits that has the low GI, like the melon. And even if you are going for the melon, you go for you don't have to take that in isolation. You have to combine other vegetables to it.
I've learned a lot on the show today, and I think I thought I knew, but I didn't know, right? Yeah. So maybe you should do this again next week. Okay. Maybe obesity and fasting.
Okay.
And try and juxtapose a few of the, But thank you so much for your time today.
Are we done already?
We are. My director says so. I have so many more questions for you, but apparently we have to go. Okay. So we'll continue this next week.
Okay.
All right. So guys, that's all time will allow us for our conversation with Enna on fasting, diabetes, all you should know. Really, really serious issues. I mean, one thing she said that caught my attention is that a lot of diabetic patients don't actually have the luxury of having the services of dietitians to help them plan their meals. And for me, that's quite worrying. We'll be following up on this conversation subsequently on other editions of the show. We'll take a quick break. When we are back, the sports. Don't go away.
This is where stories rise, where strength speaks, and legends are born. Out of hundreds of entries, they emerged as the 10 Channel 1 community legends of the 2026 cohort.
You're 14 years, you're among, people who are...
My name is Daisy Mina Entry, 32.
The someone is from Western Lot, Sefi Adofwa.
We have it that wherever you travel to, home is home.
10 Channel 1 community legends, 10 powerful journeys, one platform to inspire a nation, from hustle to impact, from struggle to success. Watch them tell it all.
In a place where almost nothing is available.
I have a foundation called Grace on Duty Foundation.
Whatever they are going through is part of the struggle. That should even give them the motivation to learn.
Because I'm a game changer wherever I go.
The Channel 1 community legends, next level stories, real people, real power, real glory. Stay tuned and be inspired only on Channel 1 TV.
This week on the Upside Down Show, Frema Edunyame sits down with one of Ghana's finest musicians, Amanzeba Nat Brew, a passionate advocate for culture and the arts. He shares stories from his life, music, and the traditions that continue to inspire his craft.
Your parents, had issues with you becoming a musician. I'm sure you had to prove yourself in a way.
My father didn't even know that I was practicing music itself, that I was even recording. When I was recording, he had no idea.
Are you
He didn't have
serious?
the slightest clue.
How old were you when you were recording that album?
I think I was 21.
Okay, so you're pretty young.
Tadi, with the
Yeah.
Tadi group and
Mhm.
Solid group.
This year, by the special grace of God and the ancestors, the Black Stars are going for the World Cup. Should we be hopeful?
My expectation is not so wide.
Okay.
It's a little bit scanty, but all I would say is that
At least you have
No.
something small, A lot of people have given up already.
no, they shouldn't.
Make a date this Sunday at 7 p.m. sharp, only on Channel 1 TV. You certainly don't want to miss this one.
You're welcome back to Sunday Breakfast right here on Channel 1 TV with me, Inu Safo. I feel like I had to slow down the pace of my talking because I was going too fast. But yes, you're welcome back. It's now time for sports, and Bernard Abekwacho joins us. Hi.
Hi.
Why are you surprised? It's just you're surprised I'm mentioning your name.
No.
Who did you want to win yesterday's game, by the way?
Arsenal.
Oh, too bad.
Were you sad or disappointed, or you expected it?
No, I was disappointed. There's a lot going on in my mind now, but I feel this is the year for me, after 20 years. You recall in 2006, it was against Barcelona, and Arsenal took the lead, somewhat about 74th minutes. It was Arsenal still in the lead. And Arsenal took the lead here around 7 minutes, 6-7 minutes. And they kept their composure. I didn't like how they fared in the second half of the game. They didn't play better in the second half. because I felt they should have kept their first half momentum. Arteta actually stole something from his boss, Pep Guardiola, trying to sit in between the defense and the midfielders and the attack. So limiting supplies to the midfielders of PSG, not distributing the ball to their threat up front. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia, Doué and Dembele, they tried to halt the passes from getting to them, and I think it was brilliant in the first half, and it limited them. What had transpired in the second half repeats history, because they recorded the lowest possession, and they did the same in 2006, where in 2006 they were just a little higher, somewhat about 25.7% in terms of possession in finals, and yesterday they did 24.7%, which I feel you pick something always from your initial errors committed to try and better yourself, going forward. They were unable to do that, and I felt that was the little gap that's, was going to repeat the same thing that had happened. Now they're going to the finals, and look, they're going to the penalty shootout, and in penalty shootouts this season, PSG has been excellent. They met Flamengo in that competition, the new FIFA's competition, and they won on penalties. They beat Spurs on penalties, earlier in the campaign, and they beat they played one of the France de Champion or something, in their space in France. They won on penalties as well. So going into penalties against them was always going to be critical. It was always going to be, something that Arsenal were going to struggle, because mentally they were there. Mentally PSG were there. And it was going to take a huge surprise, huge confidence, a huge mental fortitude to be able to outwit them. And I didn't want Arsenal to get into the... I thought they were going to do the magic of the set piece again in the final to wrap up a better campaign. But they were unable to do that. I was hugely disappointed in Arsenal. I felt sorry for Mikel Arteta, and I understood that he said that was pain. He was a panic buy, actually, Mikel Arteta, from Arsene Wenger in 2008 when he wanted to replace Cesc Fabregas. He brought him in as a panic buy because then the squad was going through a transition. He wanted that perfect replacement for... The
Arteta joined in 2008?
2008 or 2006, and I stand to be corrected, but he was that replacement for Cesc Fabregas.
I thought he joined much later.
Well, you can check it out and help me out. But, for that replacement for Cesc Fabregas, it was always going to be that kind of replacement that needed to make history for this club. Fast forward, he's the manager for this club. He's been criticized a lot. He's introduced a certain style of play, stayed with this club for a moment and churned out a bit of consistency. And that consistency, I was thinking, was going to help.
He joined in 2011.
2011 instead, thank you. Was going to help stabilize this football club. And the crowning it with the Champions League after 20 years of making it back into the final. That should have been it. But how long are they going to wait again for their first Champions League? Another 10 years. That's going to be hitting. But I just felt maybe they take one now and they are first, and it's going to take them another 10 years. That'll be fine, because this season was just it for the project, the kind of projects that they were embarking on. But for the manager for PSG, his name is not coming.
Luis
Enrique. I feel he's done great. He's for managers who picked 3. He's matching those numbers. And there's Zinedine Zidane. There's the Don Carlo. There's Pep Guardiola, who did it with Barca 2, with Barca 1, with Manchester City. And I feel he's an excellent manager. And yesterday I listened to Nasser Khalifa, the president for PSG, and he nailed it right there that he's going to support him with a lot more of very good talent in the space to make sure they come back and do it again. And to do it back to back follows Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and all of those clubs. I feel it's excellent. It's excellent for PSG, but I'd wanted Arsenal to win.
actually.
Where do they go from here? Do you think they can go again next season?
Yeah,
probably win the league
leaving,
again.
right?
The manager, no, for us now, Mikel will stay, should stay, and have to stay. And do this again. What is left with these Arsenal guys is that Gabriel must behave as a Brazilian. Eze must prove why Arsenal bought him for this football club. And he must prove why he was rejected initially and accepted now in this football club. As in,
when you say rejected initially, you mean that he was with the academy?
Absolutely.
He's a Hill-end product.
And didn't get the opportunity to play the senior team. That's rejection. You know. So come in and stamp his authority. Stamp his authority. You can't miss a penalty at this crucial stage of where the club needed you most. And for Arteta, I feel he can do this again. Not in the Premier League, but in the Champions League. You recall Liverpool, when it was time to win the Premier League, the attention drifted to winning the Champions League, then the Premier League. Now they win the Premier League. I feel they should go for the Champions League because they were 100% prior to getting to the final in terms of result. And it was clear that they were favorites to win, even though the odds were different for PSG because they were defending champions and they won it again. But for Arteta, he's the guy to bring them this far again. And it's just unfortunate he would have to walk past that trophy.
Walk past that trophy. Yeah. All right, Liverpool have sacked their manager.
Yeah. That's the best decision. I know you were super excited.
After that show, I saw it, and Yao was sitting by me typing, and I'm like, Yao, look! So he went on the Liverpool webpage, and he checked, and he's like, oh, it's actually true. Yeah. And shortly, Jude came in and said, Liverpool have sacked their manager. So, yeah.
That's excitement. This manager brought chaos into this setup. He brought
people are arguing.
He brought confusion.
When did he bring the confusion?
He brought the confusion right when he started calling Salah out that he's not the guy. He's not playing at the level which he should. As a manager, he should have understood that he was aging, and at a point in time, for example, when the maestro Abedi Pele was aging, he decided to drop deeper into midfield and stop that offensive runs and what have you. So he brought Abedi Pele a new style of play altogether. You know, limit your runs, play like an Andre Pirlo, distribute passes and what have you. Instead of staying up front, acting like a false nine and producing result. Salah has a song that is sung for him in the area he plays. The flank, he's like the king on the flanks, and he delivers. Fast forward, age is catching up, right? Age is catching up. And what it meant was redefine his role. What it meant was if you want to pick him as a number 10 and move him from the flank, sit down with him and know where he would effectively influence this setup. Because you had increased the numbers in transfer. You are one of the clubs who've spent more in the transfer space, getting close to £500 million. And that's a lot when it comes to football. And that means production, that means result when it comes to football. And he should have done that, but he brought the chaos. He started calling him out. Then the question of, players have cliques in football club. Yeah, they have friends. They have people who believe in them. And if you bring that in, it influences the other guys around him. And especially those who play on the same area with him, on the flank with him, is going to, the manager has called him out. If I give him the ball, will he be able to produce the magic he used to? And all of that. And to the point where Salah also came out and said his contract is not being extended, and he doesn't know what's happening, and all of that. That's brought.
But he won the league for them in his first season. What changed?
Yeah, what changed was it's a bit of form. He dipped in form, and it happens to footballers.
Who dipped in form?
Salah.
No, I'm referring to Slot.
Slot. Yeah, he won the league in his first season. The template was there from the former manager, Jurgen Klopp. And the club, all he brought to this club was try to reduce that machine and its pace up front and slow it down a bit to get it defensively organized. And he was able to do that effectively. And because they had that feel of the offensive threat already, you know, they were able to do that in the first campaign and not change a lot. But in the second season, he felt I should make this football club my club, get my players who can play for me. Then he began questioning the players of old, and this player he questioned was the player of the Premier League. He is the goal king of the league, you know, in the campaign that is passed. Okay, and you don't question a player who was adjudged as the best player of the previous campaign when you come in your second campaign where he won you the league. So I mean, he didn't understand. He came in with that Division 1 thinking, Championship thinking. Okay, and he got swollen-headed at the point because he had won the Premier League. He joined first managers who won the Premier League, like Roberto Mancini for Manchester City and the likes. And you know, decided to play in a style the players didn't understand, and he affected them. And you don't do that as a manager. I'm happy Liverpool have sacked him.
Who do you think would replace him?
Antonio Raiola, the AFC Bournemouth manager. He plays just like Liverpool played under Klopp. What I'm worried about is this current crop of players lack a bit of aggression. They've become slow because of this manager and what he wants to do. So manager right behind me, he's not the guy. And I feel it's going to take time. It's going to take time. So it's good the timing of the sack, because he's going to, for a coach to get players to play his style of play, he will need about 8 matches into the season. But if it starts from pre-season, it gives you that friendly surround to help your play, to help them understand what you want to do, and you know, time to play and time to get into low-profile friendlies, and he grows you into higher-profile friendlies, and he gets you on and on. So I feel the timing is right. Antonio Raiola is going to bring this Liverpool club to greatness again. At AFC Bournemouth, there are a lot of players that moved out of that football club, big players, to Real Madrid, to Manchester City and the likes. And he got them to still stay focused and keep that momentum. Liverpool, they have the miles to spend. It's unfortunate they didn't get into Champions League to get, you know, money this season. Liverpool.
They qualify for Champions League.
You know, they get into European competitions. So what I mean to say is, it's important that they are here and they get the right amount to spend a little for what he'd want to augment the squad to get them in the foyer. So for me, this is a good manager who come in, do great for Liverpool. It will take him time. Liverpool is a club that's gotten patience. They've gotten patience. Yeah. So
I don't think so. If somebody has come 2 seasons, he's won your league in 1 season, the other season didn't go too well. And mind you, I mean, we can do on the analysis, but he convinced some really good players to join the club. Isaac came, he got hurt. Isaac is arguably on his day the best striker in the Premier League. So
your argument is he did well because he attracted good players to the club?
My argument is that he won the league in the first try. How many managers have done that ever in the world?
There's a number. I mentioned 2 examples for you.
You mentioned a couple.
Who? Pep.
Roberto Mancini for Manchester City.
And Pep. And I'm sure even Mancini won it in his first
season. Yeah, for Manchester City. Who won Manchester City's trophy in his first season?
Yeah, so it means that the whole Premier League era.
No, the number I cannot.
There are not more than 5.
There's a number.
Right.
There'll be about 4 in the Premier League.
Well, so anyway.
So if you even put him in addition to the 2 I've mentioned, that's 3.
Yeah, but 3 managers. Do you know how many managers have coached in the Premier League?
I can't recall the number of managers, but
exactly.
There are a lot. But my point is that you can check it out. I am not having my phone here. So you kindly check it, and I'm telling you, there are more than 5.
No, I'm not debating.
I'm not saying you're debating, but I mean,
you listen to the point.
This platform also sells fast. You are saying that you don't think the number is 5, and I said I've given you a tab. Check it. The number of managers who've won.
I'm saying that whatever the number is, whether it's even
in their first season,
whether it's 10, whether it's 20.
There's no argument for this manager.
There are over 100 people to have coached in the Premier League.
And I'm saying that.
If he wins it in his first season,
he's not the first.
No problem. But
maybe you want to say the first Dutchman or something to have done that.
Whatever.
Respect.
Whatever.
But he's not the first.
But he's clearly
among that group.
Fair point. To have won the league, it means that you come into the job with some expertise and he's good enough. I'm not justifying him. This season has been poor. They've lost 19 games plus, so clearly that's not Liverpool's standard, right? But I'm saying that if you consider
8.
If you consider, but how many managers have been in the Premier League?
Forget it. He said there are no more than 5. And he says it's 8.
How many
Can you
managers?
put the names out? Maybe for people who are watching to let's help educate them. Thank you. So there's Roberto Di Matteo for Chelsea, 2011. Okay, no. This is a UEFA. I know this is a UEFA Champions League. Yeah.
What are you
so don't worry. No, we'll do the league. No, don't worry. Yeah, now advance your argument. Now I'll give you. I'll give you the number. 57, guys. We have 57.
So
we need to
the point I'm making is that
rectify this before
he had injuries, right? So, and it took away from the team. I mean, if Isak was fit, a lot of the games that were drawn, they would have won it. You know, Jeremy Frimpong for a long time wasn't fit, but it doesn't change the fact that.
You don't think that they should have sacked him?
They can do whatever they want. I mean, but the point is that they were not patient with him, honestly.
Really?
Yes, Arteta came. How long did it take
Don't mind this guy. He knows the argument he's
how
making.
long did it take Arteta to win the league?
I fetch an info for you. This guy belongs to a club that don't tolerate managers in the Premier League. What is he talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Chelsea in 4 seasons, you take the number of managers they've the complete list is here. Look, I know this guy he knows what he's talking about. Let's just close.
No, mention it first.
No.
No, you for mention now.
It's time.
No,
so
we are not closing the show.
Okay, so it was Manuel Pellegrini that I was. Oh, Sugar, happy birthday, baby.
Happy birthday, darling. We love you. We appreciate you.
Carlo Ancelotti won it for Chelsea in
in
09-010. Manuel Pellegrini won it for City in 2013-14. Claudio Ranieri won it for Leicester City. Antonio Conte, your Chelsea, won it for them in 2016-2017. And Slot won it for Liverpool in 2024-2025. There's also Mourinho who won it for Chelsea after 50 years in 2004 and 2005. Sir Alex Chapman Ferguson won it for Manchester United 1992-1993.
Ferguson didn't win it in his first season in United.
1992-1993. The inaugural Premier League.
Even your data is still wrong. But anyway.
Again, Akosia, we love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We wish you nothing but the best.
Do you know
Franklina as well.
Amampo. You know Chado Amampo.
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
And for Franklina as well, happy birthday to you, Franklina. Keep being amazing. Appreciate you ladies, and they're the ones who end the May birthdays here at Channel One TV. It's been a pleasure being on your TV this morning. We'll see you again next weekend. Do stay on Channel.
Every day, across Ghana, stories unfold. Stories of hope, struggle, courage, and progress. At Channel One TV, we tell your story with truth and heart, giving voice to the people, holding power to account, and empowering change that moves our nation forward. Channel One TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Welcome to Adoration on Channel One TV. This is the only show on TV that allows you to draw closer to God through worship and the Word. On Adoration, you can expect this